Hi guys, it's me Karen. Welcome back to my channel. And we're doing part 2 on the little kitty cat here. And we're going to do the sunglasses and probably the collar. And probably all the little beads that we have kind of floating around on extra hair here. And I'm going to do them all in blue because I'm kind of putting this like my kitty, and he's a little boy, so we're going to do it in blues. So I've got a mix between the Lumanance and the Derwent LightFast pencils. So we have a lot of blue tones here. So I have Arctic, which is the LightFast blue-white. And I have the, oh yeah, these are tiny to read, light cobalt blue in Luminance, dark indigo and nightshade, which are really dark colors in the LightFast, the Persian blue in Luminance, and then black for dark shading. And I might bring in a couple more lighter colors of blue. I'm not quite sure yet. But we are going to start on the glasses and the collar, so I'm going to get the camera down a little bit so you can see it a little better. And I'm sorry about any of the lighting in here. I have my window open like I normally do along with the above lights, but we have, we're just going to call it a golden glow coming in from my window, which hopefully will not mess with the lighting from the lights above here. Sometimes my phone will pick up a difference between warm light and cool light. Not saying that it's a warm light outside, but the sun is trying to shine through the smoke, and it's bringing in kind of a golden red color, which is kind of a warm color. So hopefully we're not going in between pink and white on the camera. What I'm going to do is going to put in my two lightest shades for our highlights here. And I'm not quite sure how well this Arctic is going to show up. So, yeah, I didn't think it was going to show up too well. We'll put it down, but because I want a little light area right about there. You can't really see it, but it is kind of smearing around the ink a little bit, so I'll know where it's at. And I want some on this side. What this will also keep me from doing is coloring in those areas. I want some up here. We've already darkened a little bit of this, and we'll want some on this side, so there we go. That'll help us out a little bit. Then I'll just bring in the light blue, go over that area, and it won't pick up the color as much, which is nice. And since I know where I put it, I might as well go right over it. And then this way. And up on the top here. Base coat, people. Just remember, I'm putting on a base coat and mapping out my lightest areas. Okay. Then we will go in with the bluer color. I might even bring in some grays in here. I don't know. I've never really colored a pair of sunglasses before, so probably should have done it first, and then if I didn't like it, I didn't have to finish the picture, right? Okay, this is the Persian blue here. That's the number 159. So much easier to read the other pencils. I'm going to put that in the little creases here. Yeah, it's a nice kind of a, not too bright of a blue, but I kind of like that color. I'm going to bring it down here and kind of pull it towards the center of the glasses, I think. So this is the lighter of all the dark blues. So just lightly over that. We're going to go up here, put it on the bridge of the glasses, and then bring it down. And then do the same on the other side. And this is a very light touch. These are nicely pigmented, so it doesn't take much to get some color down here. And the same on the other side. Go down the lines. And then bring that color in. Okay. I'm going to do the same on his collar while we're here. So hold on. So we'll bring in the light colors and do that at the same time. So we'll start off with the Arctic and kind of make some light spots here. Then go in with the, can you read that light? Cobalt Blue 661. And add that in there. I'm just going to be doing the color part and not the gems. I have no idea what color I want to do those, but we're going to bring it all the way down. Just in the background, we're going to leave the raised edges alone for right now. And then we would bring back in the same color we're using up at the top there, the Persian Blue 159. And we're just going to accent and bring it up. So go in and bring it up into that area up there. I know this has a pattern to it on the back, but I'll try to add it back in with a darker color. May end up just being a nice shadowed effect in here. So I don't know if I'll be able to get that pattern back in there. Okay. If we get enough of this up at the top, I'm going to turn this, sorry. I want to put a little in around this side. Okay, same on the other side. Sorry if it's bothering you that I'm turning the paper, but I have to kind of get that angle right. You'll notice that when I go over this light area with this pencil, it does change the color, which is another reason we put that Arctic down. There. Okay. They're looking like frames. Alright, we're going to bring in... Yeah, I gotta figure out if nightshade is darker than indigo. So out with a piece of paper. That is black. Black is going to be darker than this color. This is going to put a little purple in it. I don't know if I want purple. This is indigo, which is a very dark color. We also have... Okay, don't everybody fall out at the same time. Now, is Mars black the blue black? That's the red black. Whoa, throw pencils around. Midnight black is the blue black. So we'll use that instead of black black. Okay, we'll move black out of the way. So we'll go in with indigo now. And kind of doing the same thing. We're going to go down the lines in this area and darken those corners up. Okay, and then darken this area down here. Want to make it the darkest at the bottom, going right into his fur. Just blend that up into that blue color. And right in these areas where these go up, I'm going to put a little notch into them. They have one, so I'm just going to accentuate it. And go down this way doing the same thing. Whoops, got some in the lens. It's not going to make any difference. There's going to be some color in there anyway. I'll just finish this side here. Okay, I'm going to do the other half later, and then you can see the difference between the two when I'm a little more done here. Go back in with the Persian blue Lumanance color. I'm going to go up and blend that indigo in a little bit better because we want these blue. We don't want them too black. Just giving this a little more shape. I'm going to go in with the light cobalt blue. Okay, so the light color is going to go in here and just blend in with everybody. Going to try to leave a little white in the center. Shouldn't say white, I just want to leave it light. Okay. Turn it again. Terribly sorry that bothers you. Okay, get that area up there just so it doesn't look so silly. All right, we're going to bring in the midnight black. That's the LightFast color. We're just going to accentuate these lines again. And darken up where I think it needs to be darkened. And this is a blue-black, so it will blend right in with the blue. Just a little bit right in there. Okay, see the difference between the two. That's why we put in hundreds and hundreds of layers. Okay, we're going to darken this up with just a little bit more of the Persian blue. Okay. Now if you like to either burnish and or bring in some white tones, I'm just going to grab my Prismacolor and I'm just going to lighten this area up here. It's right under the dark line. Go around here, and we'll bring it right down into the white area, just lightly. Mix those colors up together a little bit. And then up at the top. All right. Kind of looking like sunglasses. Interesting ones, but they're cute. I'm going to do the same on the other side. So I'll do that a little bit later. We're going to work on the collar here. I'm going to do the same with the colors. I'm going to bring in the dark indigo down here. We're going to use that on the outside line. Just down at the bottom here. Then up on one side of the setting for the gem here. Okay. Then we're going to bring in the midnight black. I'm going to sharpen that a little bit, just so I can get a really sharp edge on that. Just want to deepen it up in here. And a little bit up here at the top. This one is covered with a lot of fur, so we want it there, but we don't want to mess with all that hair we put on there. Okay, we're going to do the same thing with the, we'll use a blending stick, why not? This is the Caran d'Ache full blender that has been broken and sharpened. Then we're just going to go in here and blend that blue up. This will help bring out the pattern that's in there, so we just don't keep layering pencil in there. Okay. You can also use that up here in the glasses if you want, just to help blend that out. If you didn't want to bring in the white, you could use this. Boom, kind of like that. let's see. I think I'm going to go ahead and do the other half of the glasses off camera, and then we'll be right back. Okay guys, we're back. Both sides of the glasses are done. There's a little reflection on it if I put it down, so you don't get to see it equal. And then I just added a little bit of more color down here. I'm going to have to figure out these gems that we have kind of in these areas. I may just put some stickles on there to make them stand out more. We also have a little kitty cat down here that has, believe it or not, sunglasses on too. So before I thought I would go any further, I didn't notice it at first, so we're going to stick some light blue in here. Okay, and then we're just going to go around the edges with a darker blue. They're awfully tiny, so getting any big detail on these are going to be a little hard. And then just really light. This is the Arctic. And if we can get it to blend that a little bit, it'll be fine. Just gives you the illusion that we have the same thing going on top and bottom. I need a little bit darker corner there. So this is the midnight blue. And I think that looks okay. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's tiny, so I will have to get down further to get that. But that gives us our blue. Lenses are next. Interesting thing about lenses is depending on how you want to do them. I've looked up quite a few sunglasses online, so if you just want to have you know, your plain sunglasses, just look up a brand of sunglasses, put sunglasses in. It'll pop up pictures of glasses in general, the sunglasses. Then you have to pick if you want reflective, if you want, you know, that mirrored look, or if you want, you know, just pick one of them, kind of get a glance at it and see where the light hits, where the shadows hit. I mean, you're not trying to make it perfect. You are trying to represent. At least I am. I am not an artist. I am a colorist. So I'm trying to represent a lens in here. And we're going to kind of do it in the blues and grays colors. So the same blues that we used in the glasses are going to be kind of reflected in the lenses. I'm going to bring in a couple of Lumanance grays. I have steel gray and silver gray, and we'll see which one works. I don't know. Like I said, this is not something I do on a normal basis. We're going to want to highlight in this area here, so I'm going to put a little bit of the, what is this, steel gray in this area, kind of like when you're highlighting an eye. Okay, and you want it to reflect same on the other side. So in basically the same area. Okay, so we have our known point here. This is the silver gray, and we're going to pull it across here a little bit more. Should have probably used this color first, but that's the way it goes, right? Okay, then lenses, when you look at them, depending on how the glasses are made, can be inset and then come out. They can be set in flush and lifted up on the edges. They could be polished on the edges, or they could be left matte. you know, they go all over the gambit when you're looking at these things. So what I'm going to do is have them set into the frames, which means we want to make the edges blur into the sides here. So this is our light cobalt blue. And this is what I said is, it doesn't matter if our blue went over the edge, because we are going to do kind of a blue lens here. Okay, and we're going to want to pull some of that down in here. And some on this side. Okay. Now the scary part, because we get darker as we go in. Yeah. So we're going to want it kind of darker up here. This is the midnight blue, our darkest blue. Kind of dark in this area here. Same on the other side. Okay, we're going to want the dark underneath our light area. We want it kind of a curved area here. We're going to use this as our dark base, so we might as well go for it and put it all over. I'll be going over Kitty Cat's curly whiskers here because I want to curve them downward, so it doesn't really matter if they're here or not. I'm going to put a thicker line right above the light line there. Trying to stay away from the edge a little bit. Same on this side. kind of pulling it towards the center here. And again, this is just light pressure and going over and over the same areas. I'm turning the paper so I can get a nice kind of curved area so it doesn't look flat. Okay, and we're going to want to bring in a few little colors here. So I am going to bring in some of the blue. So this is the light cobalt blue. And we're going to throw some of that in here. Then we're going to get some of the other blues that we had used. This is the Persian blue. Okay, we're getting a nice kind of round color here, or shape I should say, not color. And go a little darker here around the nose, the bridge of the glasses. Okay, so we're going to add a little bit of white. So I have the Prisma white here. And I'm going to go in here. With some pressure. And just make sure we get this area a lighter color. So that gray was getting washed out there. We'll bring in our blending stick and lightly blend all this together down here. Gonna kind of use the side here. Okay. I'll rub it with my finger too, and it's probably gotten quite shiny, so I don't know how well you can see that. We're going to go over it again with a darker color down here. So we're going to use the dark indigo. Take that lightly around where we left that lighter area. You're going to be playing with this until you're happy with it. I want it darker, so I'm going to be making it darker. I want it almost black, but I want to see some of that blue coming through, so I'll be messing with it for a while. This is the Midnight Black. Got to remember where my highlights are so I can leave them in there. I will be covering them up a little bit, but I do want that color to shine through. Okay, so I got quite a blue color there. We're going to go in with the Midnight shade. Just a touch. It's going to add a little purple to it. So just going to touch a couple areas. So along this side and up here. Okay. Then we're going to add in Bordeaux color. He's got brown fur, and that probably will come up through some of this glasses. So we're going to add a little bit of red in there. You can barely tell it's there, but it is. And then we're going to add in a little bit of a brown tone. So the chocolate. Okay, and we're just going to add a little bit more of that purple in here, right up there. All right, and then in our white spot, just going to add a little more white, blend that in a little bit. All right, let me bring that down just a little bit like that. Kind of round out that glass a little bit. I'm thinking that looks pretty good for my first try on a lens I've never done before. Gonna bring in a little of the Arctic. Just see what that'll do. I don't know if it'll add anything to it. Yeah, I don't think it does. I like that purple touch in there. It's kind of nice. Poof. Sure, I think that looks okay. I may add a little highlight with a Posca up here, but other than that, I think we can add a little light down here. Blend that out on both sides, and we'll add a little shine up on this side. Something like that. And I'll get the other one done off camera, and then we'll do some of the bottom down here, and like a little background and all the little beads up here. See you in a bit. Okay guys, we're back. We're done with the sunglasses. So if you'll notice, I put the posket kind of in a down in both corners and then just both on this side. So I thought that looked a little bit more what I was trying to go for. And yeah, that light is reflecting on that quite a bit on this side, so it's actually that dark on both sides. I'm going to do the little beads. I think I'll try to do those too. Thought I would do them in kind of a light blue, and I'm debating about what light blue to use. Because that I don't know will work. Well, we'll just put it in all of them since I started. The color I'm using is the light cobalt blue, and I'm just kind of going around in those, in the whole area, I guess. I'm just going to color over it like that. So the gems have got it in, and so do the setting pieces. Okay, then we'll bring in, I want to keep it coherent with the pattern here. So we brought in a little bit of that purple. So we'll bring in some of that nightshade into these. So we'll just go down at the bottom half. And that just adds in that purple color. Add a little of that in his nose too. Maybe a little tiny bit in his tongue for shadow. Alright, then we'll go in with Midnight Black. And I'm going to try to get it so it goes on the edge of that and accents the diamond shape. Okay. Really have to get down to see that. But that knocks down the purple like it did up in the sunglasses. So you kind of have a purple, but it's blue color. Okay. Now we're going to do the same thing. Yep, we're going to do the same thing on all the beads. So if we find a bead, we'll do it in purple, or then nightshade. Sorry. So we're just going to color those in. They're all over here. Then we have this one and the star, so we're going to do the star too. Alright, then we're going to go in with the Midnight Black. Okay, I'm going to sharpen it to a sharper point so I can see what, well, not see what I'm doing, but be able to go around these circles. I guess he's got one up here too. And then we can just see what that chain looks like. There's a little one up here, and it's more like a string. And there's a little one on this side. Of course, the string fell down. So we have our string down in his area here, and we'll do the star. Little kitty was having fun killing that little bug over there, and one of his little stars fell down. My cubby is not so doesn't chase bugs. It's also an indoor kitty. So we're just going to put the, how do we have here, the midnight black on this bug here and his legs that seem to be splattered all over the place. Oh, we have a bead down here too. So we're going to do that. Okay. Well, what else do we have? We'll put a little purple in that. There. Okay. Now down here underneath Kitty Cat, we need to have some kind of shadowing. So I'm going to just pull this, it's natural brown, and I'm just going to put some shading under him, his feet. Give him something to sit on here. Hopefully that's straight-ish. Okay. I can't tell if that's straight. I'm hoping it is. The background I'm going to ink, so I have some broken china here, which is a blue, and I have the ink pad here. I'm going to lift you up so you can see this just a bit better. Boom. So we're going to go in this area where we have blue, and we're just going to pull out some blue around him. Very lightly touching paper here. This paper is not really good for distress ink, but I'm going to put some on here anyway. Okay, we're going to just keep going around with the ink that we have on here. Okay, now you'll notice a couple of places where the ink has come out in blotches. That's okay, because what I'm going to do is take another color, darker color. This is Stormy Sky, same ink pad, and I'm just going to blotch in some of this color. So we're going to kind of make it even blotchier. We'll put a little of that just right in the sunglasses because it got up on the corners. We'll just add a little on his collar there. Got some over here. Try to wipe it up, erase it. Doesn't make any difference. It just adds a little shadow. Okay, nice mess, huh? If you want, you can go back in with your other color. Just add a little bit more color to them. Just blend it off the paper. And there we go. Now on top of that, we're going to spritz out some water here. And wipe it up. And that will give us our nice little splattered effect and also help with the unevenness of the inking. Get a little up here in the corner and maybe a little over here. Boom. Softens them up a little bit. There. And I'm going to put a little bit on down here on the ground. I have to find a brown though. Gather twigs. Get that. And I'll need a brown spongy. Okay, and we're just going to take it right underneath our kitty. Darken it underneath his feet a little darker. Maybe under that little bug. And there we go. Now what I'm going to do at the end of the video, since I was asked a lot to show my kitty cat, who is always elusive when I'm filming, is I'll leave a picture of a cubby and then a picture of this completed. I still have water on this little kitty. Oh dear. Notice the ink does not go on the colored pencils, which is nice. I mean, if you, because I put blue on it, it's blue to blue. But I kept out of his brown as much as I possibly could. And if you don't like that little piece that's right there, just water it up and get rid of it. Distress ink is water soluble. Don't forget that we did put ink on him, so I'm going to have to go back over that with a little brown. No biggie. Anyway, so that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed. He turned out rather cute. So like I said, I'll leave a picture at the end of the video of both my kitty and this kitty. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Take care, everyone. Bye now.